Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman by heading over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
All right, let's start. I want to order some Del Taco after this.
Do it. No, do it now so that they can deliver it to you while we're speaking.
No, they're too fast. They're too fast.
Del Taco is too fast.
They're right down the street.
Yeah.
One could argue that I could just get in my car.
Oh, yeah.
And get the Del Taco.
No.
No, hell no.
No.
Yeah, there's a Del Taco literally a block away from me, and it has been a problem.
That sounds like heaven. Well, they have, I don't eat meat, and they have the Beyond Tacos. So it's like, fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's great.
Yeah, it's a delightful institution. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
One episode of Hypecast.
Hypecast.
Oh, it's the show where we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I am your other co-host, David Bell. And who do we have here?
Me.
Hi. Explain yourself.
Hi, I'm Sarah Griffith. I am the host of Rough Stuff and also the temporary host of The Cast and the Curious, and I'm here to get hyped.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I've been loving Cast and Curious, by the way.
Thank you.
It's so
Thank you very
much fun.
much.
If people
Yeah.
haven't checked it out, it's great.
Yeah, no, Cast and the Curious. Your work on Cast and the Curious has well prepared you for the hype.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'm all hyped these days. I am hyped.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Is this your first Hypecast?
It is my first Hypecast. I'm hyping in the cast for the first time.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Yeah, no,
welcome,
yeah.
welcome. Yeah, we had you on Best Bad Movie, right?
Yes.
What did you defend? What
The
piece of shit?
Phantom Menace, right?
Excuse me, the masterpiece known as The Phantom Menace.
There it was, yeah.
shit.
Excuse you, Misa, very offended by that.
Look, I didn't know. It all blurs together. I just assumed it was a terrible movie, but I am mistaken.
That is the premise of the show in your defense.
If you only knew one thing about your own podcast, it's that.
Yeah.
That's the general premise of the show is a good thing to know if you're one
I
of the
know the
hosts,
general premise. I just didn't know the movie. It's all right. Everybody calm down. Everybody cool it.
No, that's the antithesis of what we want. We want everybody
All right,
on
fine.
maximum hype. We want
Fine,
everybody
fine,
turned all the
fine,
way
fine,
up.
fine.
David,
Maximum
are
hype.
you
You're
okay?
right, you're right.
Like
You're right.
these are two podcasts you host.
Look, every day is a blur.
Yeah.
Every day is a blur.
That is true. That is very true.
I'm just going from one podcast to the next. And in between, it's just lights and colors.
Yep, I roll out of bed and land in front of a microphone and start talking and just hope somebody will tell me what show it is I'm doing.
Exactly. We got producers.
Yeah,
that we should name.
we sure do.
I would like to name some of them, Tom.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, well, special thanks to Ramon Belcom. Thank you. Thank you to Downhome Chicken. Peacock. I'm liking doing that chicken sound. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's liberating.
Yeah, it is. Thank you to Julia Dorner. Thank you to Han Toomey, the confused cyborg.
Still not going to look that up.
Still not going to look that up. Thank you to Asking Seven. Thank you to Happy Ed.
Woo!
Happy Edward. Thank you. Thank you to the guy with the head. I believe you. Thank you to I Was Born to Stare. All caps.
I was born to stare.
Tom, why don't you take over?
I think I will. Thanks to Tiger Joris Pratt Thompson. I'm not singing Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Yeah, we refuse.
That is a decision we have made unilaterally. Thank you to Chloe Rice.
Thank you, Chloe.
Thanks to Dan Hackroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Thanks to the Kool-Aid Man says, fuck it, use me to make a huge Molotov and burn it all down, comrades.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Kool-Aid Man's leaning real hard into it. Thanks to Guy with the Long Name.
Thank you.
Thank you to E.T. the Extravagant Terresticle.
Thank you.
Thank you to Cody Johnston's Time Machine Noise.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Pete Vorpagel.
Thank you, Pete.
And thank you to Glitterous.
Always a pleasure.
Glitterous.
Ah, wonderful.
Yes.
We got through that.
We did, yeah.
I guess that means we can talk about trailers.
Oh, man, I can't wait because this first one...
This is the... whew, this is the trailer to Monster Hunter.
yeah, it is.
Is this Paul W.S. Anderson?
Dave, of course it's Paul W.S. Anderson.
It's got old Mila in it.
It's Mila Jovovich in a video game movie.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Wait, I'm sorry. Mila Jovovich is doing video game movies now?
Yeah,
I
apparently.
know, it's wild. But anything goes in quarantine.
She deserves some kind of an award, though. Like, I think, like, she deserves some kind of a lifetime recognition at, like, E3 or something. Like, thank you. Every time we pull one of these to the big screen, you answer the call. You always answer
Yes.
the call. You are always there. You are always 98 pounds. Your haircut is always something insane. Thank you for your service, Mila.
She's getting a lot out of it too. It's a pretty. I think she's got a good racket going, right?
Oh,
like those Resident Evils.
Those Resident Evils have made a shocking amount of money.
Yeah.
It's something like $1.5 billion total, I believe.
Yeah. So basically, they stopped making.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking to know this, but a Monster Hunter movie directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, not a bad bet for the studio.
No, not at
Sure.
all. The only thing that's going to sink it here is because it's they're still putting it out during the quarantine.
Yep. There's going to be, but I assume there's going to be, I don't know, 10 of these?
Maybe,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I will watch every single goddamn one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to see this one in theaters, like 3 or 4 Miller Lights deep, but
Right.
definitely in theaters because this seems like a rowdy kind of movie.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah, yeah.
This is a yelling at the screen type
Yeah.
of movie.
Yes, I will see this at a Sunday matinee.
I want to note that did the I mean that's the best time
Right,
to get
no one's
you gotta
there.
get day drunk.
unapologetically drunk.
No one's
like
there. It's
1
like
o'clock on a Sunday.
It's like me, Bridget, and like 4 maybe senior citizens and 2 people
Yeah.
who are confused, and we're like, "Oh, brother."
That sounds delightful.
Mila, get the dragon!
Look out! Look out! Look out! It's right there.
I have to note that was this mentioned in the trailer that Ron Perlman's in this movie? Because Ron Perlman's in this movie.
I don't think we see him, but they show us Tony Jaa, but they don't ever say his name.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this is going to be something, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be just a real treat, honestly.
This is definitely a movie I am going to see. I know that much.
Yeah, it
It's just a
sounds
question
like
of what will the format be. I would really like to see this in a theater because look at this goddamn thing.
Oh,
I also think-
it's the only way. I would not watch this at home when I
Right.
could be looking at my phone instead, you know?
yeah,
I could be on Twitter.
you don't need any distractions for this one.
No.
I like the idea of the premise because I don't know much about the video game, but the video game seemed to just be like you're in this world,
Right,
And they
it's
were
like a-
they were
yeah,
smart
it's
to
an
be
alternate
like
world, yeah.
they Stargate into this world, and then they have to hunt monsters, and it's like good on them. It's a good way of starting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Premise.
It's a good way of doing it as any.
Fish out of water, having to explain things. You know, there's going to be characters who be like, "Wait, what's going on?" And then someone has to
classic.
explain
That's
it.
always my favorite character.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean to tell me that
Yeah.
we're in a monster world?
It's,
Exactly.
It's very exciting. This movie cost $60 million.
Sure.
So here's the other thing about Paul W.S. Anderson, why his movies make so much money, is his budgets are like 90s budgets. And that's kind of healthy for filmmaking. Like, more movies should cost $60 million
Yes.
and not $200 million.
Yeah, 100%.
Truly.
That's why Paul W.S. Anderson has made like 15 movies in the past 10 years. It's because he doesn't spend a lot and they make money. So the studios are like, you want to do another one?
Yeah.
Here, make another Resident Evil.
Any
Wow,
guess
wait a
on
second.
who-
Is he doing literally the Bialystok and Bloom? You can make more money with a flop than with a hit economics here? Like, they're low-budget movies that clearly turn out a good box office. Wait a second. Is this a racket?
Yeah, it's a racket.
Yeah, it is a racket.
That's what I'm saying. They got a racket going. Him and Mila, they're married. They're just like, fuck it. Let's make bullshit together. Every now and then, Mila will branch off to do like Ultraviolet, her own bullshit. But she usually comes back to her and Paul's bullshit.
It's a bottomless well.
Yeah,
It truly is. And there's no pretense about it. Like, this trailer doesn't try to disguise the fact that it's bullshit.
No, I feel like I saw the whole movie, quite frankly. Like, I get it. Like, sure.
It's fabulous trash.
It's just
any
glistening trash.
any guess on who wrote it?
Paul W.S. Anderson?
That is correct. I mean, he writes his stuff.
Sure.
He writes all the Resident Evils. He didn't write his Three Musketeers movie
That's
with
too bad.
Mila Jovovich in it
Yeah.
that we watched. That was really bad. But also had Mads
It also had
Mikkelsen
Mads Mikkelsen in it.
as a floating pirate.
Yep, as a sky pirate.
Sky pirate. What are you gonna do? You gotta watch it. you
I
know?
mean, that's worth a ticket right there. Mads Mikkelsen
Truly,
as a sky
honestly.
pirate.
yeah, it's gonna be a real piece of shit. I'm excited. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
no,
thrilled.
I can't wait. Yeah, absolutely
stars.
cannot wait. Yeah.
2 thumbs up. Like, all right. Yeah, the movie looks like absolute dog shit, totally. I'm going to see it opening day. Definitely.
Sure.
First in line.
All right, well, let's talk about the next trailer.
Sure.
I Am Your Woman.
Yeah, I'm your woman.
I am.
It's the
your
it's the
woman.
it's the contraction.
Sure. I'm saying it like Data. It's all good.
Okay.
This is about a lady whose husband is a thief and she has a baby, and then some bad people are going after her, so she's in like mob witness protection, like scumbag witness protection.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a bodyguard, and then she learns how to shoot a gun.
Right.
I don't know why I'm describing the trailer.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
sort of gets pulled further into the world as she's being forced to hide and be on the run.
What do you guys think of this?
No, I'm glad you walked me through the trailer because that was quite a lot of information for a movie trailer to provide.
Yeah.
Like, that had a 3-act structure.
I was about to say it.
in and
Like,
of itself.
yeah, I
I
was
feel
about to
like
say.
I watched like a short film and like it looks good. It's definitely something that I would watch, but boy howdy, I was like, oh, they're really just gonna go ahead and just kind of just go ahead and tell us everything about this dang movie.
Yeah, they really
Oh.
outlined the entirety of Rachel Brosnahan's arc in this trailer.
Yes.
I get it with indie movies. They're like scared people just aren't going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to like try to suck you in the trailer itself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Looks
Yeah.
interesting as hell.
I mean, it'll probably be good.
This looks like the kind of movie that I'm like, oh, I definitely want to watch that. And then like 8 months after it's come out and after 3 people have already told me to watch it, I'm like, okay, I'm finally going to get around to watching I'm Your Woman. I Am Your Woman?
I am
your
your
woman.
woman. I am
I'm
your
your-
woman.
I diluted this. I've made it confusing.
You
Whatever,
fucked this up, Dave.
it's on Amazon Prime. Either one, I'm sure will be
Yeah.
fine.
This is definitely. I know what you're describing. It's one of those movies that like you want to see and then you forget about for like a year,
Yes.
and then you finally one day are like, shit, I should just make myself watch it.
Exactly.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah.
It's like, and
down.
it's like, it's always like a Tuesday night, and you're like, well, fuck, might as well.
Yeah, got nothing else going on. Yeah, it's that's why I'm glad we have a podcast where we have to watch movies, because it makes it like guaranteed see at least one new movie a week. But yeah, this still, I don't know, it looks damn good. The director made a Disney movie before this.
Which
Hold
one?
on. Star Girl.
Okay.
Stargirl.
Oh, that's a show, I think, isn't it?
Or
Or is it a movie? I don't know.
It just says. I think it's just a movie.
It's a Disney Plus joint. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it's a Disney Plus movie.
Yes,
she wrote and
is that
directed
not
it.
Okay, I don't know. Isn't there one with a little girl who's a singer and she's becoming a star singer?
That's the one. Yeah,
I think
right?
this is the
And
one.
it's like country
the poster.
music?
Yeah, the poster's a girl with a guitar strapped to her
Okay.
back.
Wow.
So,
Woo! I can't believe I knew that. That came out of
Yeah.
a recess deep in the back of
Yeah,
my
you
mind.
pulled
I
a
don't-
lot of info.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw that trailer, but
I do remember
sure as
this
hell remember
trailer.
the trailer.
yeah, this just came out. It came out in March.
Jesus,
So
what
this
is wrong with
director,
me?
she's churning them out. Julia
for her.
Hart is the name. Yeah, I don't know. She's fairly new, so this is I don't know. It looks cool.
It does look cool.
Yeah, no, I'm into it.
I'll see
Yeah.
it a year and a half after the fact.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'll see it. I'll watch it in February of 2022. You watch.
And you know what's
Right.
terrible? We're going to all see it and then tweet like, wow, how come I didn't get to this movie sooner? It's like, because we literally said we wouldn't.
Right, because we were busy watching Monster Hunter. in
Exactly.
theaters.
Yeah, I had
I-
to see Monster Hunter 5, Even More Monsters, in theaters that night.
Yeah. No, I will. I guarantee I will see Monster Hunter multiple times before I watch I'm Your Woman.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah,
God, that's
it.
awful.
Yeah, this is us. This is our fault. This is our problem.
Terrible. Oh, no.
We're the villains in that.
Yeah, I embrace it though.
Sure. I mean, come on, it's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I want to be the piece of shit watching
the
Monster
title
Hunter.
alone. How can
Yeah.
how can you stay away?
Yeah. All right, next
Let's
trailer.
move on. Yeah,
Everybody's talking about Hillbilly Elegy.
that's. I mean, that's not untrue.
No, it's not untrue. People are talking about it
This
on
is an
Twitter.
extremely buzzy trailer. It's a new Ron Howard movie
For
starring.
a trailer that literally left no impact on me, it is actually getting quite a lot of talk.
Yeah, no, people are excited for it. It's Ron Howard. It's based on like a book. It's got Glenn Close, just Glenn Closing it up. It's got Amy
Yeah.
Adams being a real fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the idea that there's one of the sons, the last shot is like he appears to be in like Congress or the White House. Did you guys catch that?
Something, yeah. Like
There's
I
one
feel like
shot that
this
he's,
is
like,
going to be a
clearly-
flashback. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. It's going to be like someone who's important thinking about how he got there.
Yeah.
And it's just Amy Adams and Glenn Close yelling about who's going to raise these kids.
Exactly.
I
yeah.
feel like this movie has the potential of being one of those movies that like comes out, award season comes around, it doesn't get nominated for anything except for Glenn Close and Amy Adams, and then it's like, just give them their fucking Oscars already.
Right. That's always in the Academy Awards. There's always that like Best Actor nomination where you're like, I don't remember that movie at all.
Right.
Right.
And it's like Christopher Plummer or someone where you're like, oh, okay, well, good for them.
I guess it's his time.
I don't know. Has Amy Adams won anything? It
No.
feels like she
No.
has.
She's been
Really?
nominated.
Famously, no.
She deserves an award.
Exactly.
Glenn
Yeah.
Close is the same way, I believe. She hasn't won.
Glenn
either.
Close
Wow.
also does not. That's what I'm saying. Like this, it almost has the odor of like, oh, is this going to be there? Like honestly, the variety campaigns and ads should just be like, okay, seriously, it's Glenn Close. Give her a fucking Oscar. And like
Yeah.
exact same for Amy Adams. Like seriously, you're really not going to? Okay, Amy Adams for your consideration.
Yeah.
That's how I would run it. They would absolutely win if I was in charge.
Yeah. all of the for your consideration ads are just the fuck's your problem?
Just come
Yeah.
on.
Come on.
Give it to
Come
Amy
on,
Adams.
do it. Just do it as a dare. It'd be funny. Come on.
I am excited for this, just because of Amy Adams and Glenn Close just acting the shit out of this movie.
Yes, of course, an acting showcase.
Yeah. It reminds me of a movie like Fences, where it's like, well, I have to watch that just to watch Denzel act.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and Viola Davis.
Oh, right. She's killing it in that movie.
That's the one she won for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and like, I'm fine with that. You know,
Yeah.
Ron Howard, whatever.
He's extremely whatever.
Artur Ronald Awards, of course, acclaimed filmmaker, artist, creative, maestro.
Director of Willow.
Director of Willow.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. Director of Solo.
Angels and Demons.
Yep.
When Solo opened at Cannes, my friends and I, like, we did a whole run of jokes like, oh, the prestige, like this film, everyone's favorite, Anne Solo, premiering at Cannes. Like we kept like, I had a friend who kept photoshopping like the Palme d'Or wings on like all of his Solo posters.
Whatever,
like,
Woody
like,
Harrelson's stupid
it's like,
face.
oh my God, like, yes, Ron Howard back at it again at Cannes. I mean, that is his playground. Like, we kept like talking up like Ron Howard and Solo was like this prestige film. Like, this is like the one that's like gonna eat up all the Oscars and stuff. That was a good time.
I mean, honestly, the funniest punchline there is Ron Howard brought Solo to Cannes. That's the punchline.
I'm looking at his filmography. He really didn't say no, does he?
No.
He did like, just looking at this grab bag, like I forgot he did Ed TV.
Oh yeah, no, there's real
Jesus
peaks. There's
Christ.
real peaks and valleys in that. In that
Yes,
man's
a
career.
very. I will say this. I would describe him maybe as a diverse director because he seems to just direct any and every genre. I mean, like you said, the man doesn't say no. He just
does.
Yeah,
there.
he's Donner adjacent.
Yeah.
Same kind of director where it's just like, well, I'm just gonna do the thing.
Right.
Right.
But I think his quality fluctuates more than Donner, Richard Donner.
Mm-hmm.
I see he's attached to the Willow TV series that's been announced. Didn't know that's a thing.
Yes,
he sure
of
as shit
course.
is.
Jesus.
He loves Willow. I don't know. Okay, I follow him on Twitter because
Sure.
I got so deep into this fucking joke about. Anyway, but no, he is like always talking about Willow. Like I think he like loves that movie.
Sure.
I mean, I love that movie, so I totally understand the sentiment.
Yeah. What other movie do you get to see Val Kilmer fall down a hill? Mm-hmm. It's great.
What other film do you get to see a 2-inch tall Kevin Pollak?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got everything.
0 other films, Dave.
Hopefully Kevin Pollak will be back for the
0
TV
other
series.
That's the whole film review. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up
Yeah.
for your consideration.
For your consideration, tiny Kevin Pollak.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
vote for it.
Come on.
Come
Wouldn't it be
on.
funny if you voted for him? Can you imagine?
What if he won for that?
What if?
Yeah.
I want to live in that universe.
The only
Yeah,
person
I
attached.
genuinely.
What's that?
No, I want to live in that universe.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
it's probably better than this hellscape.
Oh, where
Exactly.
where you can go to the pet store and get a little Kevin Pollak.
Oh yeah.
Like they sell them like gerbils. You feed them like little chips, little Pollak treats.
Okay, but the thing is, my friend had a Pollock, and she said it really smelly. Like you have to bathe your Kevin
Oh
Pollock.
yeah, you gotta pay.
Yeah.
pay them,
easily
yeah.
once a month. Otherwise, it really stinks. Yeah.
They're
And they
also-
only live for like 2 years, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But if you're a renter, that might be a good thing.
Yeah,
They're also terrible around children.
yeah.
They bite.
They bite. They're bitey.
Let's move on. That's Hillbilly
No,
Elegy.
let's continue.
Anyway, Hillbilly Elegy.
All right, this next trailer is for The Watch, which is it's
It's a Discworld, Dave.
Discworld. That's
Yeah.
it. Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Is this one based off of something or other, or is this just
Yeah, it's based off a series of sci-fi fantasy books by Terry Pratchett that Dave and I think only are aware of because we watched
Hogfather.
Hogfather, which is like a Discworld.
okay?
Terry Pratchett also co-wrote Good Omens.
He did, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like the fanciful British sci-fi fantasy
I got that for sure from the trailer.
bullshit.
Definitely.
I mean, this is dripping with fanciful British sci-fi.
Like
Yes.
you can kind of picture in your head what Terry Pratchett looks like.
Yes, actually.
Like if you Google
yes.
Terry Pratchett, you get a man with a gray beard and like a fedora type hat.
I was picturing a hat that is very specific. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I pictured.
Yeah, no matter what anyone was picturing, a hat was involved.
Definitely.
Guaranteed.
It's definitely a hat. Yeah.
Guaranteed hat.
For sure, yeah.
So just watching this trailer, you're like, this guy wears a hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know a lot of nerds that are excited for this. I mean,
For sure,
I liked
yeah.
Hogfather, so
Yeah, Hogfather was fine. I don't know anything about Discworld. I've never read Terry Pratchett, so I'm not like, I can't like dive completely into the hype for this because I don't know what it is really.
Right.
All I'm getting from the trailer is its tone, which is like a fun kind of comedic sci-fi tone, and I enjoy that. I just don't know anything about this world or anything, so.
Right. It's like dragons and shit.
I guess, yeah. It seems to be like magic and sci-fi. I don't know.
This seems like the kind of thing that has a very specific fandom that is like ride or die. And I feel like when this comes out, we're going to see a flare-up of that. And that should make for a few good days on Twitter, I think.
For sure.
That's my impression of this trailer, is the fallout from it.
Yeah, I will say it was like working at Collider, just the news story we ran that was just, hey, this trailer came out, here it is. That was one of our biggest stories of the week.
Really?
Yeah, like
Jeez.
so there are people out there who are really waiting for this.
I assume it's the British,
I guess.
right? I don't know.
I don't know.
This is BBC.
It is, yeah, it's extremely BBC.
Yeah. Which I'm not knocking. I really enjoy a lot of what they do.
No, I also like that they make minute-long trailers. They get in and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
They're like,
They-
here it
Thank
is.
you. Thank you for that.
yeah. They got their own TV over there and stuff. It's always wild when you like look at other countries and you're like, oh look, they got all their own stuff. Neat. Good on them. And like they're excited for that stuff. And like they're watching it. I'm not, but they are.
There is
So-
something kind of fun about international hype.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of an example right now, but like when you see a whole country excited about something that like is either like completely not even on American radar, or it's like, geez, I don't know why you guys are all worked up over like the soccer game, but I'm into this now. Like,
Right.
hype begets hype. It's like really contagious. So I do
Oh, for sure.
I do love to see like a nation freaking out over something local to them, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the
I'm on
fuck you
board.
guys are on, but this is cool to watch.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, let me get in on that.
Congratulations to England on the watch.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for you. Yeah, no, I mean it looks fun.
No,
I don't know.
I might watch this. It looks fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's move on.
All right, next trailer is for Come Away. This is the director of Brave, right? Brenda
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's also the director of The Prince of Egypt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking her up right now. She directed Prince of Egypt. She was the writer of The
Hold on,
Lion King.
I want to pause. That was a fascinating noise that you just made, Sarah. I'd like you to expound on that.
It was like, oh, like that's just. These are just two very different movies.
They are very different.
It's
I think-
extremely different. Yeah.
I was like, oh, Brave, Come Away. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Prince of
I
Egypt,
think-
like, okay. What you heard
Yeah.
was an internal car crash. Like, I was on one end of the lane, like, oh, I'm driving down this road, and then all of a sudden, right,
No,
the
I
thing
think
I watched in church.
I think we heard your brain reset.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
I
Oh
think
my
it's one of
God.
those things where like animation departments, they tend to do this, right? Where like people will kind of work behind the scenes for a while and then they're like, and you get a film now.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So like I'm looking at her credits. She was the story supervisor on The Lion King. She worked on Beauty and the Beast. She has a story by credit.
Oh.
Fantasia 2000. She came up with a concept.
Man,
she
so
was
she's
in
been
the
in it for a
animation
minute,
department
yeah.
for the real Ghostbusters.
Wow.
So like she's
God
clearly
damn.
she's also
She's
a
my hero.
character
Yeah.
designer for Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling TV series.
Oh, hell
Fuck
yeah, brother.
yes.
Absolutely. Oh,
So,
my
yeah.
God. This chick is my hero.
Yeah, so she got Prince of Egypt, then Brave, and now finally they're gonna like Brad Bird although Brad Bird he didn't start in animation, did he?
No, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he extremely
Okay,
did.
so that she's getting live action, and unfortunately it's Peter Pan.
It's Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland, two properties that I could not give the ghost of a shit about.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've topped out on both of those things, but this is the kind of movie that, like, first of all, kind of glad theaters are closed right now, because I know that is the trailer we would see before every fucking movie that plays between now until it comes out. Like, doesn't it have that energy of, like, this is a trailer I would have to see so many fucking times if I was going to movies. This movie also has the energy of something I roll my eyes at and then I see and I weep. Like, it seems like the, like, cheap cry movie. Like, it just stabs you right in the emotional heart. And you're like, well, I'm like, of course, like, he doesn't want to grow up because he's, like, a little boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these kind of movies, like, they get me, and I get mad that they get me because, jeez Louise, we get it.
Right. I just, like, there's three series where if you say it's blank but... and whatever you finish that sentence with, it's been done before. It's Peter Pan, but blank. It's Alice in Wonderland, but blank. It's Robin Hood, but blank. I guarantee whatever the blank is has been done in a movie already. Yeah. And we should just not do it anymore. And it seems like they're like, it's Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland, but gritty. And both of them. And it's like, yeah... I can't, like you said, Tom, I can't care. I can't
care. Like, I appreciate the try. This seems like a really... high concept film, because it's like Peter Pan and Alice from Alice in Wonderland are brother and sister, and they're retreating into their own respective fantasy worlds because their home life sucks. Like, they're poor, they're getting harassed by lenders. Their dad's kind of like, who appears to be, I guess he's a drunk, but it's like because he's just like crumbling under this pressure, and they're just being driven.
Jolie's there.
Angelina Jolie's their mom. Yeah. They're being driven further into their fantasy world. So I appreciate that they're going so high concept with it, but it's like, I probably am never going to see this movie.
Never. Maybe on a plane.
Even when it is good, like that Wendy movie, I want to see that. That looks really good. It's still like adaptation of Peter Pan, and it's like, I'm so exhausted.
By the way, speaking of Angelina Jolie, I kind of had this realization for myself, because she did the Maleficent movies, and I even thought this while I was watching the movie. I was like, oh, she's doing a movie like her kids can watch. Okay, Angelina Jolie's youngest kid is like 10 years old.
Right.
Like, this is just far and away. She just likes to do kids movies now.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, pretty much. Her kids can watch, like, Girl Interrupted now, you know?
Oh, brother.
Like,
yeah, fuck it. Show them
they're at the Girl Interrupted age.
Show them Gia.
Yeah, and Hackers. They're gonna be. Her kids can grow up to be weird goths watching her, like, 90s movies. And, you know, good on them.
Yeah.
It's she does. I'm looking. She did all the Kung Fu Pandas.
Yeah, she's kind of on a tear of like children movie. Like, Changeling is the last like kind of adult movie I can remember her doing.
She's done. She has a couple.
Oh no, she directed that movie with Brad Pitt.
By the Sea.
But I mean, that movie doesn't exist. That movie is why they're divorced. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I got to watch this fucking movie. I didn't even know this existed.
Oh yes, Angie directs that movie, and it's her and Brad. Like, that's like the whole kit and caboodle. And then like, I think the movie came out, and like almost right away they ended things.
They were like, you know what? That was terrible. Let's just
that's
quit.
What you missed on the Brad and Angelina corner. If you have any other questions about celebrities in Hollywood, I know them all.
This looks, oh my God, this looks like such pretentious. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to watch this.
Did it come out in like 2018?
2015.
15, okay. I just remember like reading about it, and then I guess it came out like in a whisper, like nobody saw that movie. Right. Despite the fact I mean, I would imagine these are like A-list stars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. These are
she's had a string of bad luck here, because she went Changeling and then Wanted, Salt, bunch of Kung Fu Pandas with The Tourist in there.
Well, the Kung Fu Pandas did well.
Kung Fu Pandas,
yeah, no, this explains though why she does kids stuff, because that's the only like movie she does where it's like, oh, there we go.
True.
She's doing The Eternals, which is guaranteed to be good.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. She's a good actress. She's just I don't think she's making the best decisions. I don't know.
Yeah, a little all over the place.
Yeah. The Good Shepherd, that was a good movie. She did that. Alexander, that's actually a good movie. Taking Lives. You guys remember Taking Lives?
I do. Is that the one with her and Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
I don't know. Ethan Hawke's there.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Kiefer's in it.
Oh, yeah, get some Kiefer in there, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a movie.
It is.
You know?
It is a film. That was a motion picture.
Should I just keep listing? The Bone Collector?
Yeah, we could just do this.
Yeah, we could, or we could move on. I think we should probably move on.
She had a brief moment where she was like, "Should I be Ashley Judd?"
Right, she was almost Ashley Judd there for a minute.
And you know what? I think she could have done it. I think she could have continued to do that.
Her ambitions were greater, Dave.
I don't know. She's also in Playing by Heart, the movie where Jon Stewart and Gillian Anderson have a romantic subplot
Wolf.
that everybody should watch.
Yeah, that's the top of my list now.
Oh, yeah. Dennis Quaid's in it.
Oh, brother.
Got Sean Connery.
Woo.
That movie's wild. What's the next trailer?
The next trailer is a West Wing special, Dave.
Oh, we don't need to. Do we need to talk about this?
Oh, my fucking God. Aaron Sorkin, shut the fuck up, you goofy clown.
There it is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, Aaron Sorkin. It's the best.
Fuck up.
Shut your goddamn
God
face hole.
almighty. You know, I remember being younger and first hearing about the stereotype that Americans are stupid and being so offended by that. Like, some people are, but like on a whole, come on. Like, any place is going to have their dummies. Like, fine. But watching that, I was like, no, actually, Americans are fucking stupid, that we need to bring back this show for one night only to look directly into the camera and be like, hey, guys, vote. Wink.
Yeah.
Like, kiss my ass. This sucks.
Yeah. I never
Sorry,
watched.
are there like big West Wing fans in the building who are like salivating at this?
Not in the
seen
particular
this.
building that I am in, no.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I think it's kind of cool they're like on a stage. Like, I like how it's staged. Like, that's kind of interesting.
More revivals should do that. That's
Right,
neat.
Yeah, more one night only live. Like that I was digging. Everything else I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
America doesn't need this.
No, it's the West Wing at its best was like really cheesy, really naive. There's another word for it that I'm searching for and I can't quite find it, but it's like it's a very rosy picture of like this is what government can be like, and
Right.
Did you see Aaron Sorkin what he said, like if he was writing the 2020 presidential election, how it would end? That
Yes.
like
Yeah.
All the Republicans would take a
the
stand.
Republicans would have like a redemption arc and be like, no. Like they would throw Palpatine over the side of the edge. Fuck you.
No, they would
Come
never
on.
do that. No, yeah, I saw that tweet and just wanted to punch him in the fucking nuts like as hard as I can.
Here's what's
What are you
curious
talking about, Aaron Sorkin?
What a
okay,
nerd.
Okay, hold on. When he said this is how I'd write it, in his defense, that is how he'd write it.
It is 100% how we write it. Yeah.
That's the thing
That
about
is
Aaron
true.
Sorkin is that we don't need him right now because it's just not the time. But I've said it before. I love me some American president.
The American president
I love
is
me
delightful.
Sure.
Few Good Men because it's political porn. It's
Yes.
here's a scenario that would never happen.
Yes.
And like grand speeches, everybody claps. Bad guy implicates himself, like justice, and it's like, oh, I love it. I love it. It's not good in terms of like influencing actual politics or the way people should
Or it's
think.
like its social message.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
fantasy. He's making fantasy.
It's pure fantasy, yeah. Like it's like, yeah, we can't fault him because that is 100% how he would write it, and then the rest of us would all be making the jerk off motion.
Right.
It's
Right.
so hard in unison that it would create like a sonic boom.
Right.
We would change the direction of the Earth's spin.
Right. We would travel through time.
We'd be
Yeah.
slightly off axis. Like it would snow in LA. Like what the fuck?
Be like a Roland Emmerich film.
Yeah.
The day everybody made a jerking off motion at the same time. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I've never seen The West Wing.
I should. I hear really good things. It does sound like the kind of show I would definitely tear into, but like I need to watch The Sopranos first. You know what I mean? Like, I've got other TV
Yeah.
shows that are higher on the list.
Definitely
also,
watch The Sopranos first.
Yeah, I've seen a handful of episodes. It really depends on how much you like Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah. I like his stupid writing a lot, but I don't know if I can handle that much of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it.
Is it anything like American President?
Yeah, it's very much like American President.
Is Annette Bening in it?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
No, but Allison Janney is, so
She
close.
sure as hell is, yeah.
Does Martin Sheen fuck?
I assume.
Okay.
I've only seen a
Emotionally.
handful of episodes, Dave.
Right. I'll consider.
Yeah, if anyone can tell us if Martin Sheen actually fucks on The West Wing, tweet at us. We'll watch it immediately. We'll start a podcast, The West Watch or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We got it. It's in the bag.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. That's it for trailers, right?
No, there's Jiu Jitsu at the bottom. You
Oh,
clown.
there's Jiu
You
Jitsu.
absolute clown.
No, it's just because people were tweeting at us being like, you have to talk about jiu-jitsu. So I put it last.
Oh, man. This is essentially the movie Predators, only like...
Yes.
Better.
Yes, better.
Much better.
So it's a portal and a robot alien comes through.
They just call him a
And
spaceman. We don't know if it's a robot or
A
not.
spaceman is going to fight everyone. And if he
course.
fights everyone, he takes over the world.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes.
And so and then Nicolas Cage is there and he's the jiu-jitsu master and he's going to fight him. Does that mean like if this robot beats Nicolas Cage and beats all of the guys in this movie, would he then just have to start fighting citizens? Like would we all have to eventually fight the spaceman?
Wow.
I assume so, yeah.
Is he going to fight everybody on Earth?
The
is
burden
my
would then
question.
become ours, right?
Right.
I mean, not me. I've already taken the portal to the monster hunt. You guys can fuck with this.
That's true. That's fair.
I'm taking down a dragon.
I'm not fucking with that spaceman. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I'm
ride
going
this
full
dragon.
monsters. Yeah.
This people are excited about it and I get it.
Sure.
But
It
how-
looks like big dumb cheesy fun.
how long do you think Nicolas Cage's scene is in this movie? How much of this movie do you think Nicolas Cage is in?
The first act.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he gets killed by the spaceman probably at the end of Act 2.
Yeah. I would say about 10 minutes of Nicolas Cage tops.
I had 17 minutes.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Yeah, 'cause-
okay. It's gonna be somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. I think that's probably accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that I think it's just going to be a fairly straightforward like martial arts film. And Nicolas Cage will show up, be Nicolas Cage, and then bounce and grab his check on the way out.
Cash that
Hell
check.
yeah. Hell
The
yeah.
last scene will be you'll see him out of focus in the background grabbing a check
Yep.
and walking out.
And just
Perfect.
walking to his car.
Yeah, you'll see out the window. You'll see him getting in his car,
Yep.
driving off.
Yep, driving off to do his next movie that is very
Right.
similar to this.
His
Yeah.
next under 20-minute role.
That isn't to say it won't be fun.
No, this movie looks fun. I mean, it looks like big dumb fun, like Monster Hunter. I mean, I would Monster Hunter is more my speed, but I'm definitely going to watch this goddamn movie. Are you kidding?
100%.
Yeah.
Fuck the
I
West
think it's
Wing.
just.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the West Wing can go
Well-
fuck itself in a corner somewhere. I'm watching Jiu Jitsu, baby.
Can you imagine if Martin Sheen was in this movie too?
I can't imagine it, and
Yeah,
I
he gets
want
to
clearly
see
enough.
fights.
Yeah.
What if the
Very
robot?
easy to imagine.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
what if
Dave.
the
Dave Martin
spaceman
Sheen,
takes off his
Martin Sheen
helmet?
was in Spawn, Dave.
That's
It's
true.
very easy to imagine Martin Sheen in this movie.
What if the spaceman takes off his helmet and, they
it's
get Martin Sheen?
Oh man,
Academy Award.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd buy 2 copies
Oh yeah.
if that happened.
100%. 100%.
So you know what? I'm going to need another one of these for posterity.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, I mean,
Yeah.
like Monster Hunter, it also has Tony Jaa in it.
Yeah. And Frank Grillo.
And Frank Grillo, sure.
Yeah.
Booking, baby. They're booking.
The funniest stuff is watching like Frank Grillo and Nicolas Cage do scenes where we're expected to think that they know jujitsu, and it's like,
Yeah. I mean, Frank Grillo clearly knows how to punch the fuck out of people.
yeah. I'm not saying they can't do action.
I'll give him that.
But the action, like this, the shot of him in it, he looks badass too. He's like
Yeah.
flipping a dude around, but it's still like, no, I don't buy this particular martial art, but it's fine. I mean, Nicolas Cage is going to be the biggest suspension of disbelief, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. His presence as like a mystic martial arts master.
That's something.
It's both the movie's biggest ask and also the easiest thing to accept.
Right. Oh man.
Ooh.
What other movies like this did he do? I'm getting real. What's that Keanu Reeves movie?
Oh.
I'm gonna need more help than that.
Yeah.
Ronin.
47 Ronin.
47 Ronin.
Jesus.
Ronin. I'm getting like 47 Ronin vibes,
Yeah, that could be it.
where it's like, oh, we got this one white guy and he's going to tell us how to fight.
Okay.
And I guess Keanu actually knows how to fight, but Nicolas Cage, man.
I mean, Nicolas Cage knows how to Con Air, and that's a real strength, in my opinion.
That's true.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He
Yeah.
knows how to raise Arizona.
He does.
Yeah.
He knows how to
He know-
face off.
He knows how to face off. He knows how to vampires kiss.
He definitely knows how to vampires kiss. My God.
Yeah. Yeah. I look forward to watching this movie
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
like a Friday night with our patrons.
It's the perfect film for that. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched like Primal, right?
we did.
It's
yeah.
not a movie I need to watch beforehand, like without distraction.
No,
you
it's
know?
not. It's
No.
not a film I need to quietly absorb.
No.
Yeah.
It's a movie I just need to wash over me.
Yeah.
You got to hear it a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit.
All right, let's get to news stories.
Yeah, let's
but first,
do it.
we have more patrons to thank.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit, indeed. Thanks for having Jason Pargin on. Here's $25.
Woo.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the Midnight Patron. What patrons at midnight? Thank you. Thank you to Exploding Runes.
Yeah.
Thank you to Andrew, How. Thank you to Vincent the Vampire. Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you very much. Thank you to John Munez. Thank you to Wavy Rancheros.
Yeah.
Thank you to Mr. DNA. Thank you to Lauren Gucci. Thank you guys.
All right, let me
Take it away,
Yeah, let
Tom.
me step in here. Thanks to Bootler Bootlesson, Grumblebee,
Grumblebee.
Tux,
Thank you.
Shepherd Mulch Diggums.
Mulch Diggs.
Thanks to Norm from Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you to Davey Francis.
Thank you.
Thanks to Space McNulty.
Thank you.
Thank you to Hiram.
Thank you, Hiram.
And thanks to, oh, great, it's that guy.
Woo!
Oh, man. You're beautiful. You're all beautiful.
You're all beautiful. Aces. Mm-hmm. Pack of aces. So they're talking about this Mad Max Furiosa spinoff.
Yes.
Who'd they get for it?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Is George Miller? Yeah, he's directing.
He's writing
Yep.
and directing, yeah.
And
Chris Hemsworth is also in it.
there's a Hemsworth.
Yep.
Yeah. The best one.
The
Yep.
best Hemsworth Prime.
Hemsworth Prime, yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
I get it.
I'm disappointed. I mean, we knew for a while that the Furiosa spinoff was going to be a prequel and that they weren't going to recast. They weren't going to have Charlize come back.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed that it's not another movie with Charlize, but like it's another Mad Max movie from George Miller with these two actors who are pretty good, and then also Yahya Abdul-Mateen too, who's
Yeah.
been blowing up recently, and he's also
Yeah.
awesome. So like this movie's going to be awesome, like right?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Anya Taylor-Joy killing it. She was in Thoroughbreds. She's
Yes.
great actress.
Love Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. They can't give us Charlize Theron's character, played by Charlize Theron, and then like not expect us to want more of Charlize Theron.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is that it was just like, I get it. If they're making a story that specifically is like, no, she has to be like in her 20s, and we want to get a younger actress for it. It's like, okay, sure, but like just write it for Charlize Theron.
Yeah, and I know that Charlize Theron was like disappointed. Like I think she gave an interview where she was kind of like, I would love to play this character again. I would love that opportunity. It kind of sounded like she was also ready to get back in the saddle, but it just isn't the direction they're going in.
Right.
Yeah.
And like this isn't the first time. I mean, Fury Road, they recast Mad Max, but
Yeah.
like the characters you can sort of recast them because they aren't like dependent on the actor, especially with Max, because
Right.
And
the alternative was old ass Mel Gibson.
Well, and
Everybody
right,
would
and,
love that.
the Mad Max series is kind of unique in that it seems each installment kind of seems to retcon, where it's like there's not really a continuity in Mad Max. And like
No, there never was.
and after the first movie, he's not even the main character.
Yep.
Like in Road Warrior, Thunderdome, and Fury Road, he is not the main character. He's serving somebody else's story.
Right.
It's just and George Miller, he takes a while. He takes his time.
He takes a real long time.
And then he produces great quality.
He's old as fuck too, so I hope
It's
this
just-
movie comes out.
Yeah. It's just really hard to watch both Charlize Theron and Venom.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Jesus brain. Kill it in those roles, and then not get any more. And I guess that'll just make that film extra special.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, he's an Australian, so it makes sense.
He is, yeah. I don't think he's probably not playing Max. My assumption is that Max is not in this film.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope he's not in it.
Also,
I hope he's the bad guy.
What's that?
I hope Chris Hemsworth's the bad guy, like a smoldering bad guy.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
that'd be very sexy.
Yeah.
He ruled as the bad guy in Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I don't know if this is true. It's called Mad Max The Wasteland on IMDb, and not necessarily reliable, but Tom Hardy is in the credits. But I'm guessing they're just betting that he's in it.
Yeah.
I know that they were planning to do a direct sequel. I don't know where that stands right now.
Yeah. Well, this also has Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth all credited together in this. So IMDb is saying that Tom Hardy's going to show up. Maybe in like
He may do
archive
like a
footage,
VO or
flashbacks.
something creative.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe he shows up at the end. I don't know. Or maybe he shows up in the middle of it, because there is a fan theory that Max is a spirit, and that's like explains why
He's always around.
there's no real continuity and he's always around. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's George Miller, so like
Yeah, it's gonna rule.
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna
Whatever it is,
rule.
it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, he has another movie in between.
He
Okay.
does. Yeah, he does. I forget what it's called. It has a crazy title.
3,000 Years of Longing.
There you go.
Wow.
It's got Idris Elba and Tilda Swinton.
Okay,
I don't give a shit what
Isn't
this
George
is.
Miller like 78 years old?
He's very
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
Motherfucker's got he's not stopping.
No days off.
He was born in 1945.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah.
He's Australian Ridley Scott. He's just gonna work.
Yeah.
He's just gonna work until he crumbles
Does he
into
have
dust.
another
Old
babe
bastard.
in the mix?
I
mean,
need to
Jesus.
see. You know what I could really use is another Babe, also with Tom Hardy in it. I don't care who he plays. I just want Tom Hardy talking to a pig.
Is he doing a voice, or is he pretending to be the animal that he's voicing?
Man, I think I'd want him to play like the farmer.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Yeah.
That would be pretty
Like-
incredible. Yeah.
James Cromwell role. He could be the
Yeah.
son of Cromwell.
Okay.
And like him and James Cromwell could be in it, and Tom Hardy is doing an impossible voice that doesn't make
course
sense.
he-
Yes.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and he's also like lost like 150 pounds for the role or something
Yeah.
insane like that.
Yeah, exactly.
He like permanently bleached his hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's done some crazy Gary Oldman bullshit for it.
Right.
Right.
It's just James Cromwell with like just looking like James Cromwell, looking like a farmer, and then just like, yeah, we got another sheep herding competition. What do you think, son? He's like, let's do it.
Yeah, I am picturing him with a
And he's
cigarette.
just like a weird mutant in the corner of every
Right.
scene. I'm Tom Hardy.
He just looks like a fucking horror.
Yeah. Oh, make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's the other story? Oh, Gal Gadot and Cleopatra.
Oh, my Giselle.
People are upset.
Yeah.
It's Wonder Woman
It's
director.
Patty Jenkins, yeah.
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, I just don't. I literally cannot think of ever once Cleopatra really being portrayed accurately and well in television or film. So it is interesting we're going back to this well that I think has been dried out for decades, maybe?
Yeah.
Pretty much since Elizabeth Taylor played her.
Do movies just not give a shit about like Egyptian or Middle Eastern actors?
And I know an Egyptian actress, which is why I'm like, so did they just get drunk? We're like, you know what we should do? You and me, Wonder Woman, and boom, Cleopatra. Like, it just, I don't know. I like Patty Jenkins a lot. Gal Gadot, I don't really have an opinion on her. But yeah, it's hard to not picture like Cleopatra as like a superhero. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't seem sincere. Yeah. Which at this rate, if you're going to do Cleopatra, I would want something that's grounded and sincere.
Yeah. How many... It feels like there's Cleopatra movies gets announced a lot.
That is true.
Do they ever... Like, they don't feel like they ever get made? Or maybe they just pass me by?
I literally cannot think of a major Cleopatra film that has come out, at least in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She shows up as characters in things, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
She's almost like a piece of pop culture.
Yeah.
And has it ever really been done in a way that people were like, that is historically right on? You know? Like, I don't know.
No, because that's the other thing is it feels like they whitewash the shit out of these movies. And then they always feel like a little like they're not actually giving a shit about historical accuracy. And maybe it's just because we don't know enough. I don't know history. I'm not smart.
I mean, she does have an interesting history from like what we know.
Right.
I mean, Shakespeare really fucking dug into all of that. But yeah, this is going to be like Cleopatra girl boss, and I'm not into that.
That's
it's a very girl boss, because when I read the article you sent, there was a soundbite that was like from Gal Gadot that was like, we're going to be showing Cleopatra through the perspective of a woman, and I was like, ugh.
Right.
I don't like any of those words.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
They also not only didn't cast someone who's Egyptian, but someone who was very famously of her nationality. You know what I mean? Like, Gal Gadot is like famously Israeli. You can't even pretend like, oh, this is like an ambiguous casting. Like, no, like she has a very rich history with her nationality. Like, this is common knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. This feels like,
doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. Everybody sort of just rolled their eyes at this.
Well, and it's like, what are we going to say about this figure?
Right.
I don't know. A girl boss.
You know
exactly.
what?
That's
here's what I could use is we love doing historical epics about men. It would be nice to see more of that for women, even if they're and like doing like showing every side, just showing like, you know what I mean? I also just kind of want historical epics, but like we used to do a lot more of those, and it was always men. So I don't know. There's an opportunity there.
Yeah, for sure. I think a
5-hour-long Cleopatra I would watch.
There's that series. What's it called? Like the Red Queen, the White Queen. I forget what it's called.
I don't know.
I know. I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then we had Cate Blanchett did those Elizabeth movies. We need more of those.
Yeah.
Yes, I could get into that. And I do like Patty Jenkins, so like there's a part of me that is optimistic. It's just the two of them teaming up together just kind of strikes an off chord.
Gal Gadot did the Imagine video, right?
Yeah. She sure did. She sure did, Dave.
I think I like her as an actress. I think she's extremely charismatic and like she's got, I don't know, she's got that Clooney charisma where she doesn't have to really be anything but herself in movies. Does that make sense?
She is stunning.
Yeah, for sure.
She is very captivating to watch. Is she a good actor? Question.
I don't know.
That is a question mark for me.
She's not a bad actor.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes yes, and then sometimes she'll have a line reading that is just so wildly just wrong. Really no other way to put it. I just like I'm not confident in her specifically giving a performance that is like grounded, true, sincere, relatable. It's
the thing where like, yeah, the Imagine video made us all think like, I don't know if she's self-aware. It's like the Game of Thrones guys when they announced we're gonna do a show about the South winning the war, and everybody's like, man, I don't know if that's a great idea.
Yeah, listen to yourself when you talk.
Yeah, yep. I don't know about that. Yeah, and this is kind of that too, where it's like, man, I don't know.
Do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of brought this up earlier, but we'll see if this even gets made. Like, one, based on just how poorly the industry is doing currently, and also two, Cleopatra gets kicked around once a decade. Yeah.
So who the hell knows? All right. Well, next story. Does this matter to anybody? It doesn't matter to me. Dexter revival. Did anybody watch Dexter?
No.
I watched a little bit of Dexter and then dropped off after season 2 because it got really bad.
Everybody says it's bad, and I never watched it.
I've seen a handful of. My sister actually binge watched them all, but yeah. From what I saw, I was like, oh yeah, I get this, but sure.
He becomes a lumberjack. Did he become a lumberjack?
Yeah, apparently. That was also news for me reading that story because it was like when we last left Dexter, I was like, I guess.
He was a lumberjack? It sounds like the ending really pissed people off, and now...
I feel like Dexter is one of those shows that people are like, oh, the last season was so fucking bad. You know, like I feel like I hear that.
Yeah, I know it ends with him murdering his sister, which people were not happy with.
Oh,
Spoilers
that's
for Dexter.
Right. Oh, I do remember that being what everybody was like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the whole thing is that they're like, that's the show.
Kind of the whole point of the show, yeah.
Morgan? Was that her name?
That he doesn't murder his sister?
No, that he and his sister were like almost a team. Like they were each other's best friends.
Yeah, and he was like, He was like preventing her from learning who he actually was. Morgan is their last name, I think.
Okay, you're right.
Dexter Morgan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That I remember as a person who only watched the first 2 seasons, learning that was the finale really, I was like, that's bad. And then like that seemed to be like this consensus among people who stuck with the show.
I mean, I've only seen like 3 episodes, and I think that's awful.
We should do a podcast where we all approximate the plot of Dexter. We go on. All right, here's what we do. We go on IMDb. We just look at episode titles.
Oh my god!
And we just guess what the episode was. And every week we just continue the story we're guessing, and see where it goes.
I support this.
Yeah, I'm into that.
And then Dexter has to like kill his sister at some point and become a lumberjack. So, like, I would imagine, like, the first scene is Dexter looking at a poster of a lumberjack and being like, why not me?
Yeah, with the brawny man. He's, like, doing grocery shopping.
Yeah.
We got to do the plant and payoff, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it for news stories. And we have more producers.
We do, yeah. Let's name them.
All right. Let's do that. Lef. Thank you very much, Lef. Thank you to Nolan Mayton. Thank you. Thank you to Joshua Graves. Woo. Thank you very much. Thank you to Normal Man, Andrew McGuire. Thank you to Ozzy. Thank you to AJ. Woo. Thank you to Tip Drizzle, everybody's favorite. Thank you to Frank Lee Amish. Tom, why don't you take over?
I will. Okay. Thanks to Mrs. Voitis.
Thank you.
Thanks to the ghost of Dave Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Thank you.
Thank you to David Knife Boot Hinson, MBA CPA.
Thank you.
Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts, Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mackenzie, Righteous Hand of the Lizard People, Chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky J.
Thank you.
And thanks to Pie Guy.
Thank you.
Woo. Oh, man.
We did it.
Something feels unfinished.
Done. We're done.
No, there's an itch in my brain. I feel like something's being forgotten.
Okay. Let's carve it open and itch that brain of yours.
Dave, I feel like you may have a movie that deserves more hype.
You're right.
Oh shit! I knew it.
Do. Yeah. This movie is called 10 Minutes to Midnight. It has a digital cinema release. It comes out yesterday, the day before the day you're listening to this.
Wowzers.
October 15th, the day we're recording this. It'll later come out, I think early 2000, like January. It'll come out on VOD, but you can see it in digital cinemas, whatever that means. Look it up. This has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It is starring Caroline Williams, who is in a lot of horror films. She was the DJ in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, if you recall that character, which I do. In this movie, she also plays a DJ who is getting... she's a veteran DJ who is getting forced into retirement by her boss, kind of dealing with the idea that she's somehow too old to be on the radio. And she gets... And I guess that's a theme of the movie, like that's part of it. She gets bit by a bat, a rabid bat,
I like where
in
this
the
is
studio.
going.
And the movie is about her just going nuts.
I love it.
It's a real vampire's kiss.
Yes, it's a real vampire's kiss situation. It's getting great reviews. The review I saw from Film Threat said, if you love Dead Alive or Evil Dead, you'll adore this film. So I'm like, well, yes, I'm going to have to see this.
That's me.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like, is it happening in her head? Is she actually doing it? Again, like Vampire's Kiss, but like a good movie, is what I'm guessing is what this is. Starring, again, a classic horror actress who a lot of the reviews are saying she's amazing in it. And so I don't know. That's it. If you watch the trailer, you see it looks fucking weird.
Yeah, it looks kick-ass, honestly. I was super into the trailer. I was super into it. My dad worked on a radio station for a long time, and yes, you can be fired from radio for being too old. And two, I was like, that's a cool setting for a horror film. Yeah, it absolutely. I'm really glad actually that I saw this trailer, because I think otherwise I would have no idea this exists. But this is a genuine hype. It looks kick-ass.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the grotesque horror in this, and what the hell it is. Check out the trailer. The trailer doesn't show too much. I mean, it shows a lot of like grotesque imagery and stuff, so you know something's fucking up. Yeah, I think this will a lot of horror fans would enjoy this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be
good.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be scary. I think it's going to just be like
gross
and weird.
Yeah, like a real mind fuck, like real trippy.
Yeah.
But good, like in a good way.
Yeah. So check that out, folks.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
all I have to say about that.
Oh man.
I
think that's it. I think we did it.
Yes.
Woo!
Yay! We
Yes.
did it. Oh man, that is a sode. Sarah, thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. It was fun to get hyped.
Of course.
Yeah. You mentioned stuff on the top, but can you elaborate on where we can find you in this world?
Totally.
In this crazy world.
You can follow me at Twitter. I'm at SK_Griffith. I mentioned this earlier, but I co-host Rough Stuff with Bridget Greenberg on the Small Beans Network. Right now, for 2020 this year, we're doing a limited run series called The Cast and the Curious. Bridget loves the Fast and the Furious movies. I've never seen them before, so I'm watching them for the first time. We're talking about them. I just watched Furious 7 last week, by the way.
Ooh.
That episode's coming.
That's exciting.
That's a good one.
So,
Also,
yeah.
you interviewing Bridget's parents.
On Rough Stuff. Oh, yeah. So the next episode
Beautiful.
of Rough
Chef's
Stuff,
kiss.
Bridget is interviewing my parents. So actually, we've got a lot of fun stuff going on. The Sarah Griffith and Bridget Greenberg podcast empire. So check us out. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, do it.
For a second there, I thought you said Stereo Griffith, and I think you should adopt that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Stereo Griffith on the ones and the twos.
DJ Stereo
Giving
Griffith.
you weather and traffic updates on the 5.
Perfect.
y'all can find us, of course, on our Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We have exclusive podcasts there, like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, and Fox Mulder is a maniac. Go there, see for yourself.
Oh,
we're
man.
not lying.
These are truths that we're speaking
These
to.
are truths.
We also have a store at tpublic.com/store/gamefullyunemployed. You can get t-shirts, stickers, mugs, masks, all kinds of shit. Check it out, or don't. I don't know. Just live your life. Do whatever you want to do. Don't do something just because I told you to.
Or do it.
Or do it.
Everything
Or do
we tell
everything I say.
you to do. Yeah.
One or the other. I live in extremes.
Nothing in between.
All right. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.